Little squeaky one to start off with. Obviously with the Deus lite, there's no meter to look at. Now how would you describe that signal before I dig it out? I'm using the hot program at the moment, program number 9 on your headphones. Everything's factory preset. It's a solid signal. It's not as high as say the big coins we were digging in previous videos, but it's nice and quiet, which tells us it's small or deep. It's just an all-round nice signal, isn't it? It's on the end there. Look at that piece of foil. Short sound. I think that's a contender. It's quite soft and it's got a high-ish tone. It could be a little bit higher, you know. But these first few targets, I'm just getting my ear into the Deus lite configuration. Just, it's surprising how you rely on a meter, and you shouldn't do really. I'm just getting my ear in for these sounds. Once I dig a couple of nice targets, I know exactly what I'm looking out for. So here we go, here's the target. Good sign, it's still in the hole. Very good sign, in fact. Normally when they come out in the first spadeful, they're rubbish. It's out. So what's it gonna be? Nope. Nope. Can you see that? Can you see that? That is a hammered coin. Can you believe that? Hammered coin, second signal. Wow. Do you know what? We were walking to this field, Neil and myself, and he was saying, do you know what? I think the hammers would be too deep on this field. I don't think we stand a chance. And there it is, your hammered coin on film. Brilliant. Now, I'm going to clean that up in a little while. I'm going to show it to Neil first of all. Well, there you have it, guys. The Deus lite with a hot program strikes a hammered coin, well, on the field of coins. Quite deep, probably about 7-8 inches down. If you remember, I took the spoil out and I started putting it back in the hole as I was checking over the coil. I've not cleaned it up because I wanted you to see it in its raw state.
Ah, very nice. Oh, right. Very nice indeed. It's quite a clean one, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. One thing we've not mentioned here, compared to the other 2 visits on this field, I'm using the Deus lite configuration with the 9-inch coil, not the 11-inch coil. It's doing a good job. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? Nice squishy sound, and it's repeatable. Still down there. It's got to be in this one. Whoa! Nope. Yes. There you go. It's round. You know what that's like when you just slide in the mud off something round and then you feel the pip on the back. Ugh. Come on, I've got all the time in the world. Thank you. Coming at you today in glorious 1080p 50 frames per second with a camera that don't autofocus when it should do. That was a button, unfortunately, but a nice depth, a nice signal conversion. We have a few more like that, we're bound to get lucky. I'm having a great day with this hot program. It's working really, really well. Now, a lot of people say to me, have I got any custom programs for the Deus Lite configuration? Well, there are certain custom programs you can mess around with, different tones, full tones, 3 tones, 2 tones, that sort of thing, but there's no access to the tone breaks like you have on the Deus controller. So to be fair with you, my love in custom programs is the tone breaks. So I think you'd be better off just sticking with the factory preset programs if you've got the Deus Lite configuration. Don't try and over confuse it, because they work great out of the box, and the whole idea about the Deus Lite is simplicity. So I don't really think you need to mess around with custom programs too much with the Deus Lite. Sure, adjust your sensitivity and things like that, but there's no magic wand for it, if you know what I'm saying. It works perfectly well out of the box, as I'm finding today. If you are thinking about getting an XP Deus Lite, or any metal detector for that matter, I'd strongly recommend you get a pinpoint probe. Now, that is an essential piece of kit when locating targets. It makes it quicker for a start, and secondly, if you're on pasture, you don't make a mess trying to pinpoint and locate a target. XP do 2 pinpointers. They've got the MI4 and the MI6. Now, the MI4 is what we call a standalone pinpointer, which I've been using today through its own speaker, or the MI6 you can pair it with your headphones. We talked briefly about that in the Deus Lite technical video, so I'm not going to go too far into it. Today we're just out wandering around coin shooting with the machine. That's the one, isn't it? What do you think? That's the one, I'm telling you now, that's the one. Rock solid. Ugh. What's that? It's that pip again. It's a button. Quite a nice button. But there you go. Here's an interesting one. I've just started walking over this little area and the machine has got really reactive, which is telling me I'm going over a busy spot, so there may be a chance that there's something nestling in amongst the iron. Really busy, isn't it? And this is all iron. Massive target on the surface. I'm not going to dig that. That's probably worth a look, although it's quite loud. I think it's a little bit too bright to be a deep coin. It's the right tone, but it's just the wrong intensity. Of course, it could be shallow on the surface. Once again, I'm proved wrong. There we go then. Just sounds a bit sharp for a coin, bit too... Oh! Well, proves what I know. I said it sounds a little bit too sharp for a coin, but it indeed is a coin. But again, that was about 8-9 inches down. Whacking great signal, wasn't it? Whacking great signal. So I don't know what to make of it. Let's carry on working this little iron patch, see if we have anything else. That's too big, I'm not digging it. Definitely something going on here. Can you hear now how it's all petered out? It's all gone quiet again. I'm going to turn around and do another pass. Going back over the iron bit now. Too big. There you go. Once again, it sounds a little bit too bright for my liking, but what do I know? I've just dug a coin with a loud smashing sound, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this one. What do you think? Oh, dropped it. It's another coin. Nothing on it, can't see a lot on it, to be fair with you. But it just goes to prove, find the iron, work the iron. We've had 2 coins in less than 2 minutes. So that's paid off. Little top tip for you there, little life hack. So there's another coin for the collection. I've had a few bits actually. Look, let you take a look. That's the old coin. Had a nice button there. That's a part of a gold, what am I on about? Silver watch chain. A lead seal. I did have a hammered coin, I didn't dream it. There's your hammered coin there. That was the second target of the day. So I'm not doing too bad. Well guys, that's it from me. This video is getting a little bit long. I've had a couple of nice bits. I've had a great morning actually using this Deus lite configuration. I think it's every bit as deep as your standard Deus. The only difference is you haven't got an RC, you haven't got a screen to look at, and you haven't got certain adjustments, and that's about it. But to be fair with you, the Deus lite configuration, as we said earlier, simplicity is the name of the game. You sometimes don't want these adjustments, you just want a true audio machine, and it works absolutely fine. Okay, I'm away now. Don't forget to subscribe to the XP social media platforms. I'm sure they've put links down below or up above. And I'll see you in the field again very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.